Okay, update on Smudge. He was sounding very raspy yesterday, so I took him to the vet to make sure that he didn't need stronger antibiotics, because I already had him on antibiotics because he had fluid coming out of his nose about, I don't know, a week ago or so. And she listened to his lungs and they were clear, so that was good. He didn't need to be on stronger antibiotics. Look how he kisses and stuff. He's so cute. But she listened to his heart, and his heart sounded normal. But she said that what's wrong with him, and the reason he doesn't eat, is because he's mentally retarded. So I've never dealt with that. I've been breeding for 25 years now, and I have never had that. So I didn't know what it was. I was thinking hydrocephalic, and she did say that he has a bit of, not actually hydrocephalic for sure, but as he gets older, we'll figure that out. But he does have a big head. It could be because he's so skinny, because he's retarded and he doesn't eat unless I hold him on mama. That's the only, I put that blade thing back there so you can see the size. He's just so little. So I literally have to hold him on or he don't eat. Or I take this syringe full of baby food and I give that. But I can't just do this because he doesn't get fluids, because see, he's top heavy, and if I put a water bowl in with him, he could hit his little head. So I can't do that. Everything's all cushiony in there. So, and I don't want to put fluid down his mouth, because that's how you get respiratory infections. So that's why I have him sucking on mommy. And Tipsy's gonna have babies any day, and when Tipsy does, I'm gonna slip him in as an infant. But he still isn't gonna really suck, but at least he won't be all, all alone, and Precious won't have to be in there so much. It's very stressful trying to deal with him. So don't worry about him, because if the lady that, which I don't think the lady that was gonna get him is gonna get him, because he really does need to have a mama for a while. And I have that here, and she doesn't have that. But I haven't talked to her yet. But we'll talk. He's going to be the cutest little guy, but I want to keep him until he's about 6 months old, and then I'll deal with finding him a home. Unless the lady that was originally going to get him, if she wants him when he gets a little older. If he needs any kind of operation or anything like that, I will figure out a way to make sure he gets it. If I gotta charge, I gotta charge. I'll start a GoFundMe page maybe, but if I don't get it, I will take care of it, because he is going to be fine. I mean, I don't know that he's going to be fine, but he's going to be medically, whatever I can do, he's going to be fine. All right, let's stick him on here. This is the scary part. It just doesn't get any bigger. He doesn't, I shouldn't say it, he's not an it. See, he's 4.4 again. Last week he was 4.4. I mean, it's just, it's not good. It's 4.3 actually, despite the fact that I'm constantly working trying to feed him. So, just really creepy. He's so cute though. If he does make it, and the vet did say that he probably will only live to be about 6 or 7 years old. And she said it's nothing to be ashamed of, because it just happens. I don't need to spay Precious. I don't need to spay neuter Simon. They're both 5. They've had plenty of litters, and I've never had this before. And the reason I might have never had it before too might be because he should have never survived. If it wasn't for me keeping him alive and working so hard, because every life to me deserves, I gotta try. And if it wasn't for me doing that, he would have died like he was supposed to die. But anyways, he's gonna live a few years, hopefully. Would that be nice, Smudge, for you to be able to live a few years? Yeah, that would be great. So I just try to look optimistically and try to be happy for him, that at least he gets some kind of life. But if he does have fluid in the brain, it could also be because he was underdeveloped, because sometimes they breed and then they breed a week later. So that could be part of the reason for his mental retardation. It isn't necessarily genetic, because I really don't think it's genetic, because I just never had it before. I had no idea what it was. So it could just be, bad luck. That's something like that. I'm glad I took him to the vet and I know what's going on at least. Look at him, he's just so precious. Let me stand up. So everybody needs to keep praying for him, that's for sure. I think those prayers have been helping a lot. Look at the little guy compared to that blade thing. And you can compare him to the syringe. I mean, look how little he is. Well, I gotta go back in and feed him.